So SERP has been involved with quite a few projects now where it's been engaged with evidence-based policy making with pretty leading programs. One of those programs is the Punjab Skills Development Fund program. And we've now been engaged with almost 3 years of this program where we bring evidence to inform the design stage of the program design, and then we provide early evaluations for the process of calibration. And this whole process engages the researchers, which is the research team at SERP. It engages PSDF, but it also engages a range of training service providers. Each of this set faces very different constraints and very different incentives. And the program has very ably navigated and aligned these incentives in a trial and error process led by a phenomenally open-minded and proactive board. The purpose of the dialogue today was to sit down and take stock and think through where kind of failures happen in this process so the process could be better designed, and how the successes were achieved, and what does that tell us about how to make compatible the incentives between the producers of evidence, the users of evidence at the strategic level, which is the board and the management, and the actual providers.
As a practitioner, one has to implement the project and meet the timelines. However, evidence does bring in the richness, but at the same time, it brings in the challenge and the risk that your program gets delayed. So you have to manage expectations of the sponsors, of the governments, of the donors, and bring researchers and policymakers together at a forum where they can interact in a meaningful way. And I think one of the biggest learnings have been that we have been able to put together that process whereby evidence has been used and we have been able to meet our targets and objectives, but at the same time we have used evidence in a meaningful way.
It was wonderful to hear from the other market players as well who are working on interventions with SERP and with Punjab Skill Development Fund. A perspective on the future of the industry, in the future of how the programs would move, and the excitement around the data that is going to come through our market linkage program is something that we look forward to, and I wish good luck to SERP and Punjab Skill Development Fund both for taking this initiative.
He encouraged a discussion on exactly how evidence can be brought to bear in order to roll out the program. So that we don't end up doing an evaluation at the end of 5 years by when it's too late to change course, but to do the evaluations on an ongoing basis so that the program can change its course and correct the course if it seemed to be not going in the right direction. So because of the learning that the board had done as a result of its interaction with the researchers, the board was able to bring about what turned out to be in the end a right balance between the executive's desire to move forward quickly and the researchers' desire to move forward after full information on who the beneficiaries are and whether we are moving in the right direction.
The big learning for us today was the rigor that is required in data analysis and designing the programs to see what are the objectives and what is the data you're collecting. It's something that we as companies, while we do to it a certain extent, we need to be more rigorous and understand not only the program inception, but also when we develop other social programs and get donor funding, to understand where are the areas that we need to focus on in those gaps.
Our partnership has been a very insightful learning experience, and it has yielded very good information and has helped shape the operations of the Skills Development Fund that has been set up under POP. And currently some additional experiments, RCT-based experiments are underway that will be of great value to the skills development program as it expands across Punjab.